coming up at 8 o'clock.
You're listening to Jersey Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:37, back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It is Bert Barron. Good morning to you. Hey, we're live inside the Forge Jeweler studio today. Good to have you here. 63 and clear. We'll get up to the mid-80s today with some sunshine. We'll get your full forecast at 7:45 and a traffic update from Bernie Viter as well. Let's get to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. Coming up this Sunday, another day-long event that will be from 12 to 8, happening at the Trinity United Methodist Church in Ewing. Is going to be a very special concert, and it's part of a nationwide event that is happening. So let's welcome in the organizer of the Ewing concert, Eric Miller, who is back with us this morning here on WCTC. Good morning, Eric. It's Bert Barron. How are you today?
Good morning, Bert. Good. How you doing?
Good, good. Always good to talk to you. And people are, of course, familiar with the Candlelight concert series that you had done there in previous years at the church. Now you're involved with the Concert to End Gun Violence, and this is a nationwide event that's going to be happening, right?
Yeah, there. As of yesterday, we can safely say there are 350 of these going on around the country on this single day, which is incredible.
Yeah, and I've seen names like Eddie Vedder and Don Felder have been thrown around as playing some of the big city events for this. But you have put together just a great event that's going to be happening in Ewing. You want to talk about the local concert that's going to be happening?
Sure. It's at the Trinity UMC, as you mentioned. It's Sunday from 12 to 8. We have probably around 20 or so musical artists on two different stages, including Jeffrey Gaines, who has done a lot of work at my shows. We have Eric Bazillion and Rob Hyman of the Hooters. We have a 60s soul review band called York Street Hustle, and like I said, about 20 others. We also have a variety of speakers, including Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman of the 12th District, and we have, Moms Demand Action, Every Town for Gun Safety, Brady Campaign, an organization called Women's Space, Gays Against Guns, a lot of advocacy groups there to hand out information, collect information, and give speeches and things like that. We also have the Mercer County Board of Elections on hand to register folks to vote, which is critical, as always.
Yeah, of course. Looks like you got some food trucks and some vendors lined up for Sunday, too, right?
All that stuff. Yeah, it's,
nice.
The day is the congressional day to honor those lost to gun violence, but that's not to say it's a somber event. There's, like you said, there's food, there's family-friendly activities, there's face painting for the kiddos, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a good, fun day.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a special thing. And again, it's Eric Miller who's with us here, who has put together the Ewing, New Jersey concert here, the Concert Across America to End Gun Violence. And it's noon to 8 at the Trinity United Methodist Church. And this is a free event. Or is there a ticket that goes with this, Eric?
No, it's free. Open
free event. Wow.
Yeah.
Just a day filled with great music, and there's going to be a lot to learn, I think, at this event too, Eric.
Yeah, I hope so. And just to commend all the artists and performers, like it's all volunteer. So all the names I mentioned are coming just because they're inspired by the cause.
Yeah. What prompted you to get involved with this cause in the first place?
A couple things. It's you see these large, sort of high-profile mass shootings, and we talked a month ago, right? And there's been more since then. The Pulse shooting or Aurora or whatever, Columbine, right? And then, I think people sort of slip back into a bit of complacency, like, well, what can you do, right? So when I learned that this national event was happening, I immediately decided we needed to do something here in Ewing, right? So to try to unify people, to try to get a bit of that momentum moving forward for some common sense, positive changes, like universal background checks, closing gun show loopholes, those kinds of things that people largely agree on. They're not partisan issues, right? They're common sense issues.
I mean, it seems like it. There's a fair amount of, on both sides of the political aisle, there's a fair amount of common ground, but there still seems like there's a little bit of a divide. And every time you hear about these mass shootings, whether it's at a college campus or in a business or a workplace or a smaller school, unfortunately, when you hate to see that happen as well, I think everybody shares, Eric, in the frustration and just the, wow, there's got to be an answer for this. How much longer is this possibly going to go on? And I think this
Right.
event that's happening on a nationwide scale, but I think locally you're doing an amazing job of representing New Jersey in this event here. Um, it's going to at least get the word out and heighten some awareness and maybe get people closer to some sort of agreement that, you know what, something, we can't just do nothing. Because when you sit back and do nothing, nothing changes. We have to do something.
Agreed. And I think that's part of the thing. Like you asked what the motivation was for me personally, but I think with each one of these incidents, it's kind of subjective to the individual, the citizen, to when is enough for you, right? When are you gonna get beyond your complacency? When are you gonna speak out? When are you gonna, when is the silent majority gonna move forward for, like I said, these common sense changes?
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
you know, the Pole shooting, for instance, motivated the Gays Against Guns group. So now they're really active in the cause, and what a powerful block of voters and advocates they can be. With Sandy Hook, it motivated educators, right? So with each of these incidents, more people from different, because this is an issue that affects everybody, right? More people lock arms and theoretically march forward for these common sense changes. So I think we're really seeing, judging by the fact that there are 350 events on a single day,
Yeah.
we're really seeing some momentum in this area. So I think it's inspiring.
Yeah.
I think it's an incredible thing.
It's obviously a priority for a lot of people to be doing it on a scale this large. And, it's happening in big cities across the country. And Eric Miller has put together a terrific show that's going to be happening in Ewing, New Jersey at the Trinity United Methodist Church. It's on Pennington Road. It begins at 12. It's really a day-long event. Weather right now looks absolutely spectacular. It's going to have a little bit of a fall feel to the temperature. It'll be about 70 or so with lots of sunshine on Sunday. But just a great day to come on out. And you get some like-minded people, Eric. I think with people that are on the same page and have the same sort of views of the world around them, I think it's a powerful thing. And that's how things really get done.
Agreed. Yeah, that's true of any sort of civil change, right? It always happens from the bottom up, right? So
Yeah.
this is grassroots all around the country. So it's great. Two other things, if I could throw in there, we
Yes.
also have Artworks Trenton is curating an art exhibit at the event, and we also have a local film festival curated by an organization called Pop-Up Anthology. So, there's music, there's food, there's fun, there's film, there's information, registered votes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's going to have a bit of a festival vibe.
Yeah, definitely. Best place, Eric, is to get people to the Facebook page you set up for this. Is that the best way to get the info out?
Yeah, the national website is concertacrossamerica.org. And I should also point out there's about a dozen or so events in New Jersey. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously Ewing is the coolest one.
Absolutely. No question. Yeah, yeah, of course. I knew there was one in Atlantic City also, but I think Ewing's going to be the one that people are going to want to attend.
Yeah, there's one in West Windsor. They're all over, all over. So that's the best place, concertacrossamerica.org. And on Facebook, if you just search Concert Gun Violence Ewing, you'll find the event, and hopefully you'll click that you're going and get updates and invite some friends.
Yep, I'm going to share your page on ours coming up in just a moment here, just to make it easy for people. But Eric Miller, thank you again, as always, for your time and for the amazing things that you're doing. People that are trying to make New Jersey and our country a better place, I have all the admiration in the world for. So continued success to you, and Sunday's event's going to be terrific, all right?
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
Of course,
as always.
anytime. Thank you. All right, Eric Miller, my guest on the Jersey Central